From the Sandgroper to Northern, Crumble Manelli has more silverware in his sights tomorrow in the Mandurah Derby. Hello and welcome to the Wednesday preview. My name is James Broadhurst and joining me is the dual code sensation, the multimedia star, Hayden King. How are you, Hayden? Looking forward to seeing the champ go around tomorrow at Northern?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks to be a top race. It's attracted a good field up there in the Avon, so I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah, it certainly has. Crumble Manelli, of course, had his first look at the Northern track last week in the heats, and how did he go? Well, mission accomplished, stage 1 complete. This is him in box 7. He takes a step or two to really wind up here, but once the afterburners ignite, he punches up to the leading Finlock Shadows. Crumble Manelli gets pushed wide on the turn, but quickly course corrects in the back straight, and once he slings past Finlock Shadows, the result is not in doubt. Crumble Manelli goes on to win this one big in 29.52. Thought that was a pretty decent look first up at the track. Of course, should go round better this time round. Gets box 4 in this final. Hayden, the other heat winner, My Time, had 2 starts at Northern now. Clocked the same as Crumble in his heat, has got box 8 here though. Putin Manelli from box 1 was all at sea in his heat, but could be an improver from box 1 here. How do you see this one? Obviously Crumble Manelli is going to be massively favoured in the market, but could there be an upset in the offing here?
There could, but I doubt it. I think Crumble Manelli will just lead and win. There is a bit of pressure either side with Eugenius on his inside, and then you've got others like Red Shell, who has plenty of early pace but appears weaker over the 5:09 at this stage. But Crumble Manelli, the simple fact of the matter is he is the class dog in the lineup, and he should be going straight to the front, and that should be it. My Time's been doing a really good job up there recently. He made up ground hand over fist to win 2 starts ago, and then last start put himself on pace, and then he just stretched further clear. The margin continued to grow, and he was an effortless winner there. It does look hard to overturn Crumble Manelli. Eugenius was a very good second after getting in a bit of trouble there mid-stages, balanced up, corrected himself, and he was able to run on strongly into second place, putting Manelli, Omar Manelli and Granite County, along with Finlock Shadows, round out the rest of the field. It is a good lineup, but there is one star among them, and that looks Crumble Manelli.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Crumble Manelli looking to have this as a hit out for the WA Derby, which commences down here at Cannington in a couple of weeks. So I caught up with the trainer of My Time, a dog that you've had your eye on for some time here, Damon Credelli, and I spoke to him about the way this greyhound has been progressing as he's gotten more mature and gotten more experience.
Yeah, he's been not too bad. Come over quite green, but since then he's got a few starts under his belt now, and he's starting to put things together by the looks of it.
2 from 2 up at Northern, including that heat win last week. Looks like he's settled in at the track. What about this final from box 8? Chance to knock off the favourite, Crumble Manelli, in this one?
It's a very, very tough ask from box 8 at Northern, unfortunately. He needs the rail. The only way he's going to get the rail is if he gets a bit of luck early and manages to get across a couple in front of him. Coming from behind is going to be almost impossible from out there. So I'd be saying, look, mate, Crumble Manelli's in box 4, that he'll overcome that, but probably the dog to beat, other than Crumble, is going to be Putin Manelli from box 1.
Okay, that is the meeting at Northern tomorrow. Of course, also got the heats of the Mandurah Oaks up there as well. Going to have to get used to this, having the Mandurah features up there at Northern. We've got racing at Cannington over the weekend, Friday and Saturday night. Friday night we've got 12 races, first kicking off at 7 o'clock. Thought we'd have a look at race 8 here, Hayden. This one looks to be an interesting affair. We've got Barbecue Man here in box 5. 2 wins from his past 2. There's another dog, of course, that you've had your eye on. Very impressive last start, 29.70. I think he's probably the dog to beat here. He can lead from box 5, I predict, but there are some good greyhounds that will be challenging him here. Runaway to Mars, back after about a month off. We've got West on Jazz, generally thereabouts. Gets an okay draw here and will be finishing strongly, we know that. Also, Ethan Manelli, last start winner at Northam. What do you think, Caden? You've been on the Barbecue Man train for a couple of weeks now. You think he follows up here?
I'm hoping so. He's done a really good job his last couple. He's really worked on his box manners. That's something that Paul Stewart has ostensibly paid a lot of attention to and has been working on with the dog. So providing he can continue that form from out of the machine, then Barbecue Man, the sky's the limit, really. He's got that blistering turn of early acceleration and seemingly he's getting stronger as well. So,
what do you think? How far do you think this dog can go?
To the top. If he continues to grow and build those manners, he can go all the way into our free-for-all ranks and be one of the best dogs in WA. It's just a case of if he will continue to do that. There are some good dogs in the field to capitalise if he is off his game, but as I mentioned, if he does things right, he should be winning. Floki's Revenge was okay there at Northern, working across from a higher draw, gets box number 1 this time. Dandelup Jasper was a dog I earmarked as a dog I want to follow last start after that 380 run. Began poorly, was out the back, got pushed wide, but still had the endeavour to find the line strongly. This looks just a bit tough though, back up to 520, where he is a winner, only 3 starts ago. West on Jazz found the line well last time out, as did Ethan Manelli up there at Northam. Runaway to Mars has a bit of a class edge on the rest of them besides Barbecue Man. Just a case of where he gets to in the run. If he does get that cover across from Barbecue Man, then he can run second, and he'd be the most likely challenger if Barbecue Man was off his game. Fearless Max is, again, another one that's racing fairly well, and a race could appear for him soon, and Harley Manelli drawn out wide. There's a lot of dogs in this race that are reasonably strong and will be finding the line. Barbecue Man is the one that has that decisive pace edge early, and that could be the difference.
Okay, that is race 8 at Cannington on Friday night. We swing our attention to Cannington once again on Saturday. We've only got 10 races here, but a pretty decent card this one. We're seeing, of course, Elite Machine back in action. He goes around in that 520 metre free-to-all. Also got 4 heats of the Sprinters Plate. Thought we might have a closer look at one of those heats. We're going to look at the second heat, which is race 6. And I thought there might be a lot of action here from the inside draws here. Boxes 1 and 2, Rumblin' Moment, we know is a quick dog over the 520, steps back in distance for this race. Key Moment, of course, had that run of 4 straight wins broken last week. Can certainly rebound here. Then out in box 6, we've got Hirakino Fun. Now this dog seems to have been around forever, over 100 starts, but it's racing probably in the best form that it's ever shown. Big win at free-to-all level over this distance, 2 back. And then the mercurial, mysterious, enigmatic West on Fever, box 4. Can never really rule this dog out, can you? It maybe doesn't win quite as much as he should, but is always thereabouts.
Indeed, he is. And I thought he was a bit unlucky last time out. He was chasing them up like the winner in the run, and through that last 100 metres he never truly was fully clear, and that third could have potentially been a first, providing he had have got that bit more room in the run. It is an interesting race in the sense that we've got Rumblin' Moment coming down from 520 metres, is a dog that typically leads over the 520, but back to 380 there looks plenty of pace. Key Moment is no exception, a dog that went back to 275 last time out and the run before with success, then last start began poorly, was last and was done from that point. Now back up to 380 metres, could apply some early pressure. Agent 11 was able to lead and win 2 starts ago, and then last start found awful bother. Probably can't cross here if the other 2 are on their game. West on Fever, if he's close enough, he's going to be so dangerous. Say he's on the back of Key Moment in the run, for example, then I think he'll run past him. Rumblin' Moment down on the inside. Where's he going to get to in the run? That's the big question, because given his 520 metre form is in top grade, and he has run top time over the 520 in the past, around 29.70 odd, if he's close enough, then he's going to be very dangerous indeed. Ronnie Ranger, Hirakino Fun, they're both going okay. Browse Them One was a good second there at Northam last time out after sitting up on pace, was toughing it out strongly in pretty good time there at Northam, and then Aussie Trickster's going to be up against it from out wide. So The race certainly will be decided through that first 150 metres, I think, and depending on their positions, that's going to determine the result.
Prepared to stick your neck out on any of them? There's a few chances it could play out a few different ways, couldn't it?
I think West on Fever's the dog that can win from a variety of positions, so for that reason, the versatility and the pliability, I'm going to go that way.
Even with all the pace in the race?
Well, it could work out okay because you've got more pace to the inside rather than the outside, I feel. So if he's able to tag across and get that run at them early, well, he's done all the hard work he needs to, and he might just be the stronger dog. If Rumble and Moment held up from the inside, though, that should be curtains for rivals.
Yeah, for sure. All right, 4 heats of the Sprinters Plate at Cannington on Saturday. We're also racing at headquarters tonight. Hayden, once again, we are head-to-head with our best bet here. What's going on? I think this is like the 3rd week in a row.
Well,
you're a glutton for punishment, mate.
I am.
Well, last week neither of us won, but the week before it went my way. So,
okay, what about all the weeks before?
Well, my memory, I don't have any recollection of that.
Early onset.
That's right. Right, who do you like this week? Who's going to knock me off this week?
Well, we're in race 8.
Yes.
I've gone number 7, Catchu. Here's my reasons.
Again.
It's a good lineup. But
Yes.
Catchu, he was desperately unlucky last time out. He had multiple counts of adversity fall in his lap, and he still had the temerity to find the line strongly. Here, I can see Disco Daisy beginning well, as she has in her couple of runs to date. Beach Ridge is drawn immediately inside of her, and Daisy, what she tends to do is get down the track in the run to the winning post, and then she veers out quite noticeably out of the straight. I think that'll tighten up Beach Ridge. I'm not sure he'll begin fast enough to hold Disco Daisy at bay, and Catchu's going to be bang outside of Disco Daisy, providing he jumps okay. But I don't think he'll jump just quite well enough to be right outside her on the turn out of the straight, so I thought he might be just off her so he doesn't get affected when she does move out, and if he's sitting second. I've whipped out the blueprint.
You have gone down to the millimetre on this.
I feel like Russell T. Betts, the mad scientist.
Just concocting every second of the race of how it's going to play out. Look, I take your point, and yes, there is a really handy feel for this one, but I'm going for the dog out of box 5 here, Beach Ridge. I think this dog's a talent. Didn't get a lot of luck in his first attempt over the 520. That was a couple of weeks back. I do like Disco Daisy. I think that dog's got a nice future, but I'm going for the talent here, Beach Ridge. I think this dog is something special, and if he's going to be something special, these are the races he does need to win. So Beach Ridge for me, race 8, number 5 tonight at Cannington.
If he does jump better, I could be in some trouble.
Well, we'll see, and that is why we love this game, Hayden, because there's so many things that can happen. We love it even more when our dog's the one that gets the chocolates. Hey, that's the show for the week. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll see you down at the track over the next few days. If not, we'll see you next week on the preview.